MrRepzion and the content ID claims. Wow, I know I'm kind of late over this paradox, if you may, because it's happened like 4 days ago, and I was like, let's just wait for it to simmer, and this is it. This is really it. He went from being a so-called moral faggot, if you may. Sorry for that word. Sorry for that word. To a you know an a person with a bad case of unwarranted self-importance, to a guy who really have a knack for having a high horse on things, assassinating characters of other people, to having his own production house, naming it Reproductions. Reproductions. I don't know how obsessed he is to reptiles, because everything he have, every username that he have is involved with the word reptile, humanoid reptile, MrRepzion, how he call his fan base, the reptiles, and they seem to be okay with it. But here's the thing: filing, he already applied for a content ID claim, and he said in on his Tumblr post saying that he's not against he's not against negative videos about him. It's just he wants to drain off ad revenue from it, which I am really good at translating bullshit when it comes to that. He's basically saying that, hey, I have the right to block your content if it's featured me, and if you're criticizing me, I can choose to claim that and take it down just for the shits and giggles of it. That is cowardice. You know, hey, I'm a coward, and I know how cowardice works. But there's the difference between being a coward in times of you really don't need this conflict, and being a coward in the sense that you, as a reputable person who said that you're with freedom of speech, you agree with it, and you somehow wants to censor everything. There's a big difference on that. And MrRepzion, aka Daniel Salzbuck. Yes, I'm going to call you Daniel Salzbuck because already doxed your name many times. Yeah, if you're not getting off that high horse, someone will shoot at you from far beyond. How they say in the terms of person cavalry, if you take down its pilot, if you may, he's going down. It's going to go down hard. It is going to happen to you. It's really funny. It is. You seem to be above everyone else. Yeah, people are calling you Onision 2.0, but I'm calling you the Napoleon Bonaparte 2.0, because you're fighting a war that is already you're losing at it. Remember the Battle of Waterloo? Hubris. You seem to be fighting this war. You're waging this war against you, the people who criticize you, the people who expose you, the people who are your friends turn their backs against you because you're being a liar, you've been a hypocrite, you've been not a good friend to them, you've been a douchebag to them, you somehow treated them like shit because you are somehow looking yourself at the upper echelon in this society. You are not. And Daniel, let's have a real talk. Let's have one. You are not a nerd. You think you are? You're not. You might like Star Trek, you might like Deadpool, you might like video games, but you are not a nerd. Why? Because a nerd always looks back to his humble beginnings and let him learn from it. His hardships, he's going to carry that over until to his grave, and tell him, this is what I am, and I'm proud of it. I'm not going to gloat because I've been into the worst. Oh, with regards to suicide, you really glorify that. You know what is the best way to kill yourself? Suicide by cop. Trust me. Trust me. I mean, look at the statistics. You know, it's more beautiful that way that you will commit um, suicide by cop. Since you already declared yourself that you're going to kill yourself at the age of 25. I think I addressed it all. I think I did. I already did. Let me have a bite. That was the second time I ate this Nova. And for you, dinosaurs, bar, you didn't just dip your fingers to the cookie jar many times, billions of times already. You're exposed. You have no armor left. One more shot, and you're down for the count. It's not a threat. It's a metaphor. It means sooner or later. You know what Isaac Newton said? For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. It is happening. It's going to happen big. The boomerang effect is in place, my friend. See you later.